it's kind of like juniorish to, y'all that's been out there to like Wally Post being rebuilt or 23rd. Oh man, it's just a whole vibe, man. Like I say, I remember used to have to help on cars. My clutch went out, be up under there, me and my pop putting the new clutch in. You know, watching my cousin, you know what I'm saying, racing the K5 and I don't play too much, man. But
That
like
shit,
I say,
you in your bag, bro, yeah.
like cars and cars and cars. As far as what got me in, as far as just the showcasing it, because when I moved out here, I thought, oh, yeah, different shit. We already got it cracking, bro. I came out here and it was just like, I think the very first car I saw was Terry's box. I remember the Cheetos box.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was like the very first car I saw, and I was like, dude, you want to look just like the Cheetos bag? You got the 99 cents around and everything. And so, when people like, oh my God, well, it's out here. So I remember just how I started really to be, I ain't gonna say I was a fluke, but it was just like, man, I just got so many people talking about. So
that part.
I used to go to like the little Walgreens and shit like that. Y'all know the little wind up cameras get like the two,
Yeah.
20, 30 bucks.
Yeah.
I go get them, you know what I'm saying? And just walk up, whether it be a car show or I see someone like at a gas station, walk up and, hey man, I don't know you, but can I take a picture of your car? And,
right.
For the most part, yeah, all right, cool. Sometimes cats are like, hey man, you gonna leave me? Nah, man, I'm just a car.
Yeah.
I got asked that before, on a couple occasions, as far as like, why you want to take pictures of my car? Well, man, I think it's clean, it's nice. And,
right.
And after that, they're like, all right, cool. So, it's been a culture right here that really ain't got to be showcased. It's a lot of people that I could shout out that, you know what I'm saying, that got VHS ones. It was like, man, I wish I could do it. It's like, man, post that shit down.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
Right.
Don't wish. You can post that shit down. It's all kind of angles that you can get.
Right.
And so when I was doing that, I think CDW just came fresh back from the country.
Yeah.
That 2010 11.
Yeah, I was fresh back off the plane, man, my bad. I was fresh back off the plane, man, actually from, I came in from Germany to visit, stuff like that, because I was overseas and stuff like that. So I came back, I met Reese through my cousin, SB the Grindaholic. And that's how we ended up linking in. And, I always been into the cars and stuff like that. My whole family built cars and all that stuff. So I didn't get a chance to really mess around with them a lot because I was, of course, over the water all them years. But when I got back, come to Oklahoma and visit. I think I ended up going like to Arkansas, get stationed there. And then after that, got sent to Virginia. So I was out there for a while. I was coming back and forth. A lot of people didn't know I wasn't even staying here when I was popping up, you know what I'm saying? So when I popped back up and I stayed in and went on and transferred her down here, you know what I mean? And me and Reeves, we linked back in out in Edmond, and that's when we started the Newsfeed Killers. Like,
what year was that?
Man, that was 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
2012.
Yeah.
Like we were just shooting.
We was on the music thing though. I remember that.
Man,
at that time we met it. I was when I was rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So we was doing I don't know what video we was doing, Mainframe and all them. You know what I'm saying. But it was something we did downtown.
Yeah.
And then we ended up.
I remember that. Yeah. They had to be shooting everything.
Yeah. And then we ended up going like the Great Day in the O.
Yeah.
And that's when we set up everything. And like a little bit after that. And we've been locked in ever since, man. It's been 10 years strong. You know what I mean? I know he was doing it way before that as well. So we just kind of added the element, the shooter and the personality. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I mean? So
that's dope as shit, bro. Real tough. Nick, let me get you in here, bro, because I know this man right here. I know he got something to say. All right, bro. How you get in the culture? How do you get into the car culture, my guy?
Roots go way back, man. Way back in the time. No, okay. All right, so pretty much how I got into this, probably about when my pops and my brother was around. They ran a record service. Okay, so here I am, a little probably like 7, 8-year-old boy watching my father and my brothers get that Cutlass. He had the shipping for all white T-top. So I'm like, all right, well, his car was fast, why can't mine?
Yeah.
So everything ties together.
It's dope, bro.
It ties
I love
together.
that story, man. I love it's an organic story too. You know what I mean? It's like y'all kind of, I don't want to say born in it, but this is what I grew up in. You know what I mean? It's only right that I can gravitate to it.
right.
It's heavy, bro. Oklahoma shit in the building. Hold on, let me get my shit right. Let me get my shit right. Brother. If you don't mind, please give me the explanation of your will. because I love the backstory on this man, you know what I mean? And everybody don't get this man to come out, so I want to get that backstory, bro.
Johnny Mac.
Because you got one of them ones out there.
Yeah, Johnny Mac.
Give me some history on Johnny Mac.
Man, ever since now, to retract on your statement you made, I don't consider myself an legend in the car game. I'm gonna tell you why. I only been in the car game for 4 years. I bought my car September of 18, so person like Reeves, Marlon, Nick, them is the legends. Them is the ones that's been doing it forever. I always had a new car with wheels on it, right? But I always wanted an old car. So anyway, back in 18, my grandmother got real sick. Her name is Johnny Mae. But my whole life, all she ever drove was Cadillacs. Every 10 years, my grandfather would take her car, back up to Baltimore, trade it in, brand new Cadillac.
Brand new one.
Then it got so cold towards the end, they have to bring it on a flatbed to the house and pick up the load and attach it.
That's a
So,
bar.
Pops was
So-
playing.
Was not playing.
right, so for me, it ain't an option. Like, that's all I've ever driven is Cadillacs in my adult years. That's it. So, my grandmother passed in 2018, and I dedicated the car to her. You know, my floor master got Johnny Mae in there, LED,
Yeah.
trunk got her name stitched in it. So, I mean, I figured the Cadillac, man, it gotta be something dedicated to my grandmother. I feel like anytime I'm in that car, she riding with me. Funny story though, one night me and the wife is leaving a restaurant and we in the car. And my grandmother had, her favorite bug was a ladybug. And so at her funeral, we was at my mom's house getting ready to go to the funeral. And these ladybugs just swarming.
Wow.
Real talk, right there. So anyway, we leaving the restaurant one night. I got my LED lights going on the inside. Ladybug come walking across the tablet on the console. Like,
Whoa.
Man.
bruh. And from that point on, I already knew. Anytime I get in that car, she right there with
Right
me.
there
Yeah.
with
Right
me.
there with me. So, like I say, man, as far as the car game, what I've observed, man, is it don't matter if you've been in it a year, 5 years, 10 years, it's your passion that you got for it. And you got to trust your own process. You can't. If a man get this car done in a year, but it take you 2-3 years, just trust your own process.
Yeah.
And congratulate that man when you see him. Hey,
Yeah.
man, these cars ain't no joke, man.
For real.
Not at all.
And they got a mind of their own. I said earlier, I got ready to start mine up the other day. Just knew I was finna hit the block.
Yeah.
I got static coming through the speaker's head through the gun.
Ugly.
Right, it's a process,
That's a
man.
part of
You
it,
gotta
too, though.
trust your process. Like,
They
don't
say
try to do Marlon's
trust.
process.
Don't rush.
Don't rush.
It's just like with anything in life, bruh. If I see Marlon moving his merch, that's Marlon's pace on his merch.
Facts.
If he's selling out in a week or two, that's his pace. You gotta stick with what you know and do what you do. You can't try to fill that man's shoes. Or 10.5. What you were?
13?
Don't work.
13.
I put 2 of my feet in that man's shoes.
Man.
That's
He
a
said
part
too.
of it. It won't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to follow your
You
process.
gotta
Yeah.
follow your process. My money ain't like his money ain't like my money.
Right.
Facts, though.
That's true.
Take your time. Period.
It's a lane for everybody.
There
You know,
Yeah.
we can all drive, and there's enough room for all of us to drive. You know, we can move over when another person to get ahead. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, but a lot of people make it a problem with that, though. You know. So,
Okay, look, before we get there, because I'm going there with you.
Okay.
I want to ask each one of y'all, what was the first car y'all owned? What was the first car you jumped off the porch? Which one did Pops pass you down? Which one did you save up that bread to get? Which one? What was that first ride? What was that first ride?
Mine was a 9400 Accord.
9400 Accord.
13-inch chickens on there with the white wire. Hold up, there you go. The fender stop here, the tire stop way out. I'm getting pulled over every month.
Everywhere I
Ain't
go.
no mud flaps. That was my first. I think I was like, what, 20, that first car I ever owned.
Wow.
Love that car.
Love that car. Got me around. Got me
Boy.
around. Reese, what you was rolling that first ride?
Oh man, I probably shouldn't have got it. Shot me. I had a '76 Trans Am. My motor was out of Judge. It was 455 big block out of Judge. And man, First 4 days. Oh man, I didn't know I was acting up. Every lunch period, I'm coming out the parking lot sideways. My cousin, kid in my kid, they'll vouch for it. Is in the car with me. Man, I mean, just crazy stuff. Remember, I got suspended. I raced the homegirl AWOL back home, and back then I didn't know how they was racing. They raced through traffic. I doing that shit. Let's get some clear lanes and go.
Let go.
She going in between traffic, in between. I said, nah, fuck that. Let's go get on I-70 real quick. She didn't want to do that. So after school, we racing or whatnot. We going through the neighborhood, and everybody from Colorado know what I'm talking about as far as Barney Ford and the Mess. Barney Ford got the blue roof, and Mess got the reds. So we coming out of Montbello, we going around the back of Barney Ford. It's a 2-lane street, and it turned into one. So I'm coming, I'm honking her. She in a Monte Carlo. She got a 305. She in the SS Monte Carlo 305 in my car. So, you know, she was doing that little block shit, you know, so I'm keeping in the back. When we got around the lanes, I'm coming to honk her. I'm in the right lane though, but it turns into it in the left. And so I try to bump over. But I've been burning so much rubber, I had no grip. So, long story short, when I bump it, accident comes from up under me, and I slide like this, and I swing back this way, and I slide across these people's front lawn. Like when I'm facing the opposite way when I slide back too. So it was weird too. Like homie Oren, I don't know where the hell he came from. He just come out and went, damn man, you fucked your shit up, and drove off. And as he driving off, the people that own the house is coming out. Hey man, we got your information. I corroborate the story real quick. Like, man, they brother, I'm trying to get my money.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, if you replace our bushes been like this big. Replace our bushes and we won't call the police. Cool. How much is they? $45. All right. So I start the car.
That's a grip. I don't know how old you were. Nigga, at 45, sometimes had to come
Oh man, I was only working part-time at the airport at that time, man.
Yeah.
So,
That's half my
you know,
check.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm on the way to the bank as I start the car. I fuck my wheel alignment up. My tires is like this, so it sounds like I'm just burning rubber the whole time I'm driving. Just trying to keep it straight. And I catch up with their ass, and they laugh at this shit because they had a couple of homies in the car. I said, you got there, But it was crazy because as I was talking to him, it was a blue little Silverado that come through, and she's like, do you know who that Monte Carlo is? And as I one story, it's like, yeah, I'm calling the police on them. So I told them what happened, and she forced the homies out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say how. Because first they're like, no, you take me home. Get your ass out. So we both peel out. You know what I'm saying? I go back, take the things over there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, about 4 days out of having that car, I did like, I don't know how many burnouts. I was on the highway doing 100 plus. Anybody else acting like that trying to get 100, I drop that bitch in third, and drop that bitch in third, and come back and forth. You know,
Out there.
yeah, man. So,
Out there.
man.
Nick, what's the first whip? What's the first vehicle? What we doing?
First whip I jumped off the porch was a 1993 Chevy Blazer.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
Chevy
then.
Blazer. 5-speed.
Uh-huh.
Had a couple of issues. You get your first car. Well,
Not ready to work.
I had took the dashboard apart. You don't kind of know what you're doing. Put all the little vents. I painted them blue and everything.
Straight like that.
But that thing was pretty fast for what it was.
Alright.
4.3 V6. So it was enough to get the homies inside.
Shit, let's go. We out here. We gonna hit the streets. Real shit though.
That's around the time when spinning hubcaps came out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch out now. Hang on. Where we going?
Hey, I only had 3, but it was what it was.
He kept it clean though.
You still wrong.
Right, what's
Still
up?
wrong.
You said it's pretty
Still wrong.
All right. Yeah.
Kept it clean.
That part.
Don't stop us. One of them stop.
See, we good. What we have, bro? What we seeing?
My first car was a 1989, you know what I'm saying, Mustang GT,
Ooh.
hardtop.
How you find? Oh, wait a minute, bro. How you get there?
My pops got it for me
Straight
for a
like that.
graduation gift, so that's what it was, man. And shit, I was scared of that motherfucker.
Hey, it must sound like you get up there.
Yeah. I got rid of it. I got rid of it when I got stationed in Germany like 3 years after that. After I
Don't
got
y'all
it.
wish we kept them motherfuckers, bro?
Yeah,
You know
came
what I'm
back
saying?
home and was hunting for another one. They like, all right, we want 14 grand. Like what?
Right.
You know, but I should have kept it. But
Yeah.
like I said, I was young at that time and didn't know. But it's all good. That was
That's
mine,
all
so.
good. We'll get them later, though. You know what I mean? All right, bro. So, y'all, I heard the first cars we had. You know what I'm saying? And as the people are seeing now on the screen, they seeing what y'all rolling now. Let me talk about some of the work that it takes to build these cars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know this shit ain't easy. I like cars, but I'm not a car enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple cars myself. Let me talk my shit real quick. But I'm not as dedicated as each one of you men in here, bro. What does it take? What's the commitment like, bro, to really get down through there? Where do you get that mindset?
Man, honestly, like, it takes a lot of patience. Like, I don't care how big your bag is, it takes patience with a lot of this, and it don't matter what kind that you building. I don't care if it's old, if it's new, if you build a classic, if you build a hot rod, if you build a low rider, or a motorcycle.